Welcome students to Alchemy online class. Hope you have gone through Extra Marks app and refer the given links for yesterday's content. Have you done the homework? Just check your answers in the next images. Before we start anything new today, we will just recall in brief that whatever we have learnt yesterday. Yesterday we have learnt about the 7th step of agricultural practices, that is the storage. Storage of produce is an important task and how it is done, that we have seen yesterday, and then we learned about animal husbandry. Now we will start the textual exercises of this chapter. First, we will start with the fill in the blanks. First fill in the blank is the same kind of plants grown and cultivated on large scale at a place is called dash. The answer is crop. Second blank is the first step before growing crops is dash of the soil. Answer is preparation. Third blank is damaged seeds would dash on top of water. Answer is float. Fourth blank is for growing a crop, sunlight, dash and dash from the soil are essential. Answer is water, nutrients. Now we will discuss the questions given in the textbooks. First question is, give two examples of Kharif and Rabi crops. Answer is, Kharif crops are paddy and maize and Rabi crops are wheat and gram. Second question is, write a note on A. Preparation of soil. The preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. This process of loosening and turning of the soil is called tilling or plowing. This allows the roots to penetrate deep into the soil. The loose soil allows the roots to breathe easily even when they go deep into the soil. The loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes present in the soil. These organisms are friends of the farmer since they further turn and loosen the soil and add humus to it. Since the top layer of soil supports plant growth, turning and loosening of soil brings the nutrient-rich soil to the top so that plants can use these nutrients. Write a note on B. Sowing. Sowing is the most important part of crop production. Sowing is the process of placing seeds in the soil. Sowing may be done manually or with the help of either a traditional tool or a seed drill. Before sowing, good quality seeds are selected. Good quality seeds are clean and healthy seeds of good variety. Farmers prefer to use seeds which give a high yield. An appropriate distance between the seeds is important to avoid overcrowding of plants. This allows plants to get sufficient sunlight, nutrients and water from the soil. Nowadays, a seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractors. This tool sows the seeds uniformly at proper distances and depths. It ensures that seeds get covered by the soil after sowing. This prevents damage caused by birds. Sowing by using a seed drill saves time and labor. Write a note on C. Weeding. In fields, the undesirable plants naturally growing along with the crop are called weeds. The removal of weeds is called weeding. Weeding is necessary since weeds compete with the crop plants for water, nutrients, space and light. Thus, they affect the growth of crop. The best time for removal of weeds is before they produce flowers and seeds. Farmers adopt many ways for weeding, like Number 1, tiling before sowing of crops helps in uprooting and killing of weeds, which may dry up and get mixed with the soil. Number 2, the manual remover includes the physical removal of weeds by uprooting or cutting them close to the ground from time to time. This is done with the help of a khurpi. A seed drill is also used to uproot weeds. Number 3 is weeds are controlled by using certain chemicals called weedicides like 2,4-D. Write a note on D. Threshing. In the harvested crop, the grain seeds need to be separated from the chaff, which is called threshing. This is carried out with the help of a machine called combine, which is in fact a combine harvester and thresher. Third question is, explain how fertilizers are different from manure. The answer is, a fertilizer is an inorganic salt, while manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of cattle dung, human waste and plant residues. A fertilizer is prepared in factories, while manure can be prepared in the fields. A fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil, while manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, while manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. Fourth question is, what is irrigation? Describe two methods of irrigation which conserve water. The answer is, the supply of water to the crops at different intervals is called irrigation. The time and frequency of it varies from crop to crop, soil to soil and season to season. In summer, the frequency of watering is higher. Sources of irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams and canals. Two methods of irrigation which help in conservation of water are drip system and sprinkler system. Drip system. In this system, the water falls drop by drop just at the position of the roots, so it is called drip system. It is the best technique for watering fruit plants, gardens and trees. The system provides water to plants drop by drop. Water is not wasted at all. This is a boon in regions where availability of water is poor. Sprinkler system is more useful on the uneven land where sufficient water is not available. The perpendicular pipes having rotating nozzles on the top are joined to the main pipeline at the regular intervals. When water is allowed to flow through the main pipe under pressure with the help of a pump, it escapes from the rotating nozzles. It gets sprinkled on the crop as if it is raining. Sprinkler is very useful for sandy soil. Fifth question is, explain how soil gets affected by the continuous plantation of crops in a field. The answer is, continuous plantation of crops in a field makes the soil poor in certain nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, etc. Plants require nutrients for their proper growth and functioning. When a farmer continues to grow crops one after the other, then all nutrients available in the soil reduce and the crop's yield decreases. Sixth question is, if wheat is sown in the Kharif season, what would happen? Discuss. The answer is, If wheat is sown in the Kharif season from June to October, then the whole crop might get destroyed because of many factors such as lack of optimum temperature, adaptability, availability of water, etc. Kharif season includes rainy season and it has less temperature compared to Rabi season, which is not suitable for the growth of wheat. Students, now we have completed chapter number 1. We have completed the explanation and the textbook exercises of this chapter. You can revise the chapter using the Extra Marks app or you can refer the videos of this chapter. Thank you.